Hey everybody, Ryan here. I'm coming at you with episode 10 of Movie Chataway with me, Ryan Chataway, like I said before, and I am streaming through Geeky. So go ahead and head over to geeky.com to Geeky TV, and the link is in the description box, and you'll be able to get the link to the chat. I'm going in the login right now. Um, so be sure you log in if you want to just, make comments or ask questions during the whole thing. All right, let's see. Signing in right now. I've had a few problems signing in the last couple of weeks. Hopefully it works. Let's see. Just signing in right now. And for those of you who do not know yet, um, as I'm waiting for this to sign in. Okay, let me in. Yes. Okay. Um, all right. Well, if you guys didn't know yet, me, Luke Ryan, and Robbie Webster started a joint YouTube collab channel, and we are called the Blu-ray Brothers. The three of us have been pretty close friends for a while, years, and we decided, Luke came to the United States to kind of, he would visit with Robbie, and then he came and visited with me, and during that time period, we had already been thinking about it, but that was um, the definite time when we were really thinking this is something we're going to do. So we started a YouTube channel together, the Blu-ray Brothers, and we've been extremely happy with what we're doing, and we are happy with the response that we've gotten. We have, a lot of followers already, and we have close friends that have supported us, and just viewers that have supported us, and it's been awesome. So thank you guys out there who have supported, and definitely go check it out. All you gotta do is go to YouTube and put in the Blu-ray Brothers, and you'll find it. And yeah, we've been up for about a week now, and it's just been a really, really fun thing. Unfortunately, the past few days, I've been pretty sick. After I got done filming, actually, one of my videos I filmed last week for the Blu-ray Brothers channel was about the Planet of the Apes. We do skits at the beginning of our videos, and I did mine in the wooded area, and I guess some of it just, some of the dirt and all that stuff just came back up into my face, and I just got really, really sick. And my allergies are bad. I had like a little sinus infection, and I was just in a terrible mood. And my chest was congested, and I just was not feeling good. And to be honest with you, I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to do this stream today. Um, it almost didn't happen anyways because of the weather outside. It was, I actually got it on film, and I'm actually going to upload a video showing some of the weather, but it was terrible. And so sometimes when that happens, my internet screws up, and you know how internet can be. But yeah, so I'm feeling a little bit better. I could talk and stuff, and so I didn't get a huge stuff, like a lot of stuff to like, get together today. But today, I'm a couple weeks behind on James DVD Collector 1974's weekly chat videos. So I'm gonna take the last 2 weeks' topics, do that, and then I'm gonna go over some Mill Creek Blu-ray releases that are being released on Mill Creek about, I think, on July 21st. So I'll be showing that stuff. So it's just going to be kind of laid back today. And once again, thank you for watching. Head over to geeky.com, Geeky TV, and you could support the site there. You could go to the gift shop. And if you want to submit stuff, you can do that too. And if you want to start your own live stream, contact the people at geeky.com, and they'll be able to hook you up, okay? So let's go ahead and get on with some of the topics. I might actually use my phone instead to get them up. Yeah, so James has basically been doing something for a while called weekly chat or midweek chat, where he puts out topics and you just make a video talking about them. And it's been really awesome. I just wasn't able to do it last week because I was sick. And yeah, so I'm like 2 weeks behind. So the first topic: what makes your favorite director your favorite? So when it comes to directors, my all-time favorite directors. They're pretty much tied with the top three. Um, really top four, but I'm gonna say top three today. Um, Alfred Hitchcock, Martin Scorsese, and Stanley Kubrick. So let's go ahead and start with Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock, in my opinion, has never made a bad film. Every film that he's made, even some of his more lesser known or widely, acclaimed ones, for instance, like some of his earlier pictures, like, well, not just his earlier pictures, but then the period of time where he made like Jamaica Inn and some of those ones that were not well received that I love. I love Jamaica Inn. I just really wish it would get a really good like Blu-ray release one day and restored and all that stuff. And he always brings me into his films with this. It's not even just about the suspense, it's about the story. You become part of the characters. You go through what they go through. You see the world through their eyes, whether it's Jimmy Stewart, Cary Grant, Grace Kelly. The list goes on. And, Anthony Perkins. So you basically go through the life with these characters, and that's like normal everyday stuff, and that just shows you the darkness of the world underneath all of it. And I just have been completely blown away by Alfred Hitchcock films since I was younger. The first Hitchcock film I ever saw was Vertigo, and I remember it was when the VHS for Vertigo came out, and it was like a remastered print. Either in the late 1990s or early 2000, or no, it was the late 1990s, and I watched it and I was blown the hell away. Like I just could not stop watching it. And later on down the road, like a few years later, I realized that some people my age too were tried to watch it. They weren't really in the film, but they were talking about how boring it was. I'm like, man, those parts that you say are boring, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. It is a masterpiece. And so after that, I rented Rear Window, and it's one of the only movies around that time period that I watched twice the day I rented it. Rented it from Blockbuster on a Friday, and for that night, I watched it about 7 o'clock and then watched it again about 11, and then I watched it again the next day. And it's one of my, Vertigo and Rear Window are my top 10 favorite films of all time. And then after that, I saw Rope, and then I saw Psycho. The good thing is I saw the Gus Van Sant's Psycho first, but I don't really remember it. So I didn't know anything about the plot of Psycho, so I went into it not knowing the ending, and I was blown away. I was blown away by the film. And that just led me into watching the rest of Alfred Hitchcock's films. Martin Scorsese, he's been one of my favorite directors really since the mid 90s when Casino came out, and Casino premiered like on the USA Network, and I had always heard of like Goodfellas and all those films, and I was young, so I mean I didn't, it's not like I went to the cinema to see Goodfellas or anything like that. So I went there and to USA Network and just was so blown away by Casino, and that just led me to all of his other films. And Taxi Driver is my number 2 favorite film of all time, and I just have seen every single Martin Scorsese film since Gangs in New York. No, Bringing Out the Dead. Right after Bringing Out the Dead, I've seen every single Martin Scorsese film in the cinema, at least the opening day. Every one after that. In fact, I saw Wolf of Wall Street twice this year. Once opening day, and then or last year, once opening day. Then the second time was like the week after. So, and 3, Stanley Kubrick. He has been he was kind of a late favorite of mine. I had always loved 2001, and it wasn't until I would say, let's see, the mid 2000s, probably like late 2008, I started getting into like some of his other films, Clockwork Orange, everything, Doctor Strangelove, Eyes Wide Shut, Lolita, just all of his films, and I had never seen The Shining, even though I was like obsessed with horror films. For some reason, I just never saw it. So um, I was a lot older, and it was when I was in the, you know, you know, huge cinephile, which I still am. But you know what I mean. Like I was a matured film lover at the time. It's not like I was a kid watching Kubrick films. I was already established in the knowledge of film and cinema and watching, silent films, um, 70s cinema, foreign cinema. And it wasn't until after that that I finally started getting into Kubrick films. And then he became my favorite director for a while. I have Kubrick shirts, um, posters. I'm doing a Kubrick series right now on this channel. And there's just, my personality, anybody who knows me personally knows with certain things that the way my brain works, I can see how he makes his films in regards to the obsessive, um, perfection that he puts into his films, and I relate to that, and I see it. And I think the only person to this day who would even rival the way he sets up images and shots would be, it's like a tie between Wes Anderson and Alexander Payne, but I would say more Wes Anderson in regards to the symmetry and the thought that goes into each shot and the beauty of each shot, and mainly just the symmetry and how like a lot of Wes Anderson's films has that tracking shot. Like there's so many. The films are completely different. Wes Anderson films are Wes Anderson films. They're not anything like Stanley Kubrick films. But if you look at the camera work, you could see how a lot of his camera work and style is inspired by Stanley Kubrick. And so, Wes Anderson is definitely one of my top 10 favorite filmmakers. So that answers my three filmmakers. How often do you mess with your collection, and what do you use to keep track? I don't really mess with my collection, and because of I kind of have my own little quirks, and I actually have like a mental image of my collection in my head, to where I could easily know exactly where something is. For instance, one time my wife borrowed something and brought it over to her sister-in-law's house, or her sister's house, which is my sister-in-law, and watched a movie. And I came home and I just looked at my collection. I was like, I was just sitting down on the couch and I was like, what's missing? Where's Catching Fire? It was just like instant. And like I said, I have like a mental image of all that in my head. So it's not, and it's not in any particular order, any of that kind of stuff. But sorry, since I've been sick, my throat has like been really, really dry. But hold on one second. Yeah, so I don't really use anything to keep track. I keep trying to keep track on everything. I have whenever I get a new film, basically for insurance reasons, I'll always take pictures of my entire collection, and I do it probably like once every couple weeks, just so I have it. And so I have like pictures of what I have, but I tried to catalog everything, but since I have like a couple thousand movies, it's just so hard to like come up with a system. And by the time I get to the end of cataloging it all, it's all changed anyways, or something like that. So the next topic is, if you could only watch 10 movies in one TV show the rest of your life, what would it be? 10 movies would be my top 10 favorite films, definitely. Probably Godfather, Godfather Part 2, Taxi Driver, Good, Bad, and the Ugly, Seven Samurai, Annie Hall, Vertigo, Rear Window, Citizen Kane. There's more. So those would probably be like 10. I don't think I even named 10, but those would be the ones that I would bring. And my TV show would be Seinfeld. I haven't gone a day without watching Seinfeld in basically my entire life that I remember, because some of my earliest memories were watching Seinfeld as, a kid. Back when, because I was born in '87, the series came on in '89 and became a regular series in '90. So some of my earliest memories were watching it, and I started watching it in reruns. So I've pretty much watched an average of a couple episodes a week my entire life, if you think about it in that way. So it would definitely be that because I watch I mean, I just got done watching like 3 or 4 episodes, which is a daily thing. Um, so that is the answer to that one. So let's go ahead and head over to this. Um, Going over to the. Dang it! I got out of it. The next set of topics. Let's see. 3 films you haven't seen and are ashamed of yourself for not watching. Um, I mean, I haven't. To be honest with you, I don't know. Um, I mean, I'm a huge Planet of the Apes fan. Huge Planet of the Apes fan, and I really am ashamed that I haven't gotten to see the movie yet, the latest film. Um, I definitely really, really wanted to see the new Transformers film. Man, I'm trying to think of. Um, yeah, because I pretty much see movies that I want to see. I really wanted to see Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit. Some people just don't like certain films. I pretty much find good things about every film, so um, I just love movies, so I watch whatever. And I grew up reading Jack Ryan books and the Tom Clancy novels, so I just really love the character. So I was really looking forward to that, and um, kind of the little fanboy in me is ashamed that I actually have not watched that yet. Um, so those are some films. What types of movies do you not like and why? There's not any movie that I don't like. I have, like I said, I like anything. Romantic comedies. I mean, I guess you could say that I don't really like a lot of those straight to DVD Disney teeny type movies. That has like the kid, I like the Barbie movies, all that kind of. Like I don't do that. But when it comes to mainstream cinema, I don't really have a problem with any genre because I mean I love all genres. I love all countries. You know, I love all the filmmaking in every country I've seen a film out of, and I guess I guess there is. I'm not really a big fan of Bollywood movies. It doesn't mean I don't like some of them. I just never. I'm not really into it. Um, it's just not my thing. But I pretty much like everything else, and I just will not. It's not that I won't watch a Bollywood film if there's one that comes out that's heavily acclaimed and people are saying I should watch it. I'll watch it. I'm just not really I'm not going to be the first one out to go see a new Bollywood film or um, just not really all that crazy about it. And I'm a huge fan of Danny Boyle. And Slumdog Millionaire, I really, really liked the film somewhat. And I think it's only somewhat because I'm not really crazy about the Bollywood style, which is what it kind of was. Um, but I mean, it was a great film. I don't think it should have won Best Picture, but it was still a great film. Um, if you buy Blu-rays, what is the reason you would buy a Blu over a DVD that is much cheaper? Sound, picture quality, content. Um, I'm kind of weird when it comes to buying movies. Like, I do go in those modes of just buying stuff if it's cheap. So, I mean, I still have probably only like 20% of my collection is Blu-rays, and so I think I have a couple, maybe like 200 or 300 Blu-rays, and um, which is about probably 10% of my collection or 20%. And I don't really care, about upgrading everything to Blu-ray. Yeah, it's not in high def, and the picture quality isn't going to be nearly as good. But I'm okay with that with certain films. Like, I don't know. I just don't really have an issue. Now, if it's like a film I really love, I will definitely upgrade it to Blu-ray. Most of the time, I do buy Blu-rays, and the only time I really buy DVDs anymore is if it's a used Criterion that's not on Blu-ray, um, or if it's a TV show that's not on Blu-ray. And let's see, if I go to Movie Stop, because you could go there with 20 bucks and leave with 10 movies. And yeah, they're not all high def because of the fact that most of them were DVDs I would buy because of the price. But like I went out and bought like last one with the movie stop, I bought the 3 Family Guy Star Wars episodes on DVD. The Blue Harvest trilogy, and they have the Blu-rays, but the Blu-rays were like 20 bucks, and the 3 that I had of DVDs were only 5. And because I spent 5 bucks on that, I was able to get like Who's That Knocking at My Door, the Martin Scorsese debut, and a few other things. And so it just kind of depends. I will never buy movies that, for instance, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It really is just if I have the money, and if it's a film I love, I definitely will pick the Blu-ray over that because of the sound and picture quality. Extra content. I used to be a heavy special features fan, but to be honest with you, the last few years, I'll buy a special edition of a film for the special features, and for some reason, it will take me forever to even get around to watching one of the special features. It's just weird. I mean, even like the Godfather Blu-ray set that I have, like, there's the special features Blu-ray disc, and I don't even know at all some of the stuff that's on it because I'm all about the film, and but sometimes that does change. Sometimes I do actually watch special features. So when it comes to extra content, I'm not all that worried, but picture quality and sound is definitely like the selling point. So that is it with the weekly chat topics. So definitely go check out James DVD Collector 1974's channel, and if you want to do the topics, you could easily just go and go to his channel, get the topics from me, and use them, and make your own videos. Next, we're going to talk about. I'm going to show you some real quick because I'm starting to run out of energy because of I'm like sweating. I'm just really still under the weather. Thankfully, I have the next 8 days off from work because I took some vacation days, so I'm really excited about that. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and look. These are going to be released on July 21st by Mill Creek Entertainment. Some of these I was really excited to review for you guys, and or show you guys. A couple of them I'm not like really the biggest. Well, really just I haven't seen 2 of them, and one of them I'm just not all that crazy about. But one I was extremely surprised about, and I loved. So let's just go ahead and get started. On July 21st, we have, I've never seen this film, The Gridiron Gang, starring The Rock. I guess this is like a sports football film. Yeah, and the thing is, these DVDs the Mill Creek Blu-rays do not have special features, but for the price, you can't beat it. I think you could get some of these for like $2, and even up to like $10 for some of the really good ones. And even then, there's not a bunch of special features, but it's okay. It's good for the price because of the picture quality, and of course the sound quality is flawless. So we have The Gridiron Gang. This one's one I haven't seen, but I'm really looking forward to it. It is Flatliners. Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon, Joel Schumacher film. And this is this also does not have any special features. But like I said, I mean, when it comes to me, I don't really care per se. If I wanted to see special features, I could just go online, find some YouTube videos, some stuff on Wikipedia, IMDb, all that kind of stuff, which nothing beats special features, but you know what I'm trying to say. So, Flatliners. This is the film that, I mean, it's not that it's a bad film. It's kind of a fun film, but I'm just not all that crazy about it anymore. And it's Anaconda. this was actually the first PG-13 film I ever saw in theaters, it's pretty cool. So I vividly remember experiencing this movie in the cinema going, oh my gosh, I'm actually watching this movie? It's violent. It's tame compared to films, R-rated films at the time or even films of today. But I mean, it's a fun film. It's just really, really cheesy. But yeah, I'm glad I finally own it, at least for the fact that it has some meaning to, I have a vivid memory of seeing it. Now, the next three were the ones I'm really excited about. So you guys definitely make sure these are the next three you definitely need to at least pick up. The next one is Donnie Brasco, the theatrical cut. Now, I have the director's cut on DVD, and I'm a fan of both cuts. I really like the theatrical cut too. But this Blu-ray just looks really, really nice. And so for the price, Mill Creek, they put out quality stuff for great price. So, I mean, it's a great film. And, yeah, so there's not, with all these, there's no special features except for one on one of them. But, yeah, Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, Donnie Brasco. Next one, yes, there is no special features, but to me, it is worth the price alone for the fact that it's a Blu-ray, which there is already a Blu-ray for this film out, but for the artwork for the film, and that is The Last Action Hero Blu-ray. They use like the original theatrical poster as the cover. And then the disc art kind of looks like the original like DVD and Blu-ray cover. But yeah, I mean, and the picture quality with this looks great. And I mean, to me, it is worth rebuying on Blu-ray just for this cover. I mean, I just love that artwork. And next is the film that I'd never seen before, and I always wanted to, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Probably one of my favorite 80s films now, and definitely a film that I could watch all the time. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I was completely surprised by it, and that is The Legend of Billie Jean, starring the very beautiful Helen Slater. It also has Keith Gordon, Christian Slater, not related to Helen Slater, and Peter Coyote. I always forget how to say his name. But he played Keys, the Keys, and at least that's what his credited name was in E.T. Basically, he's the guy who looks and sounds just like Henry Fonda. And this actually has a special feature commentary track with stars Helen Slater and Yeardley Smith. So that's awesome. But this film is brilliant. It sucks that it was not well received, but it has a great cult following, which I love. Look at that cover. And she is definitely eye candy. I mean, this film is just brilliant. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I was just blown away by it. I didn't realize I was going to like it. I thought I was going to like it, but I didn't realize I was going to love it. Like, I could watch it all the time. I may watch it tonight. Who knows? It just has such rewatch value. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to be doing full film reviews of a full film review of this on maybe I think either this channel or the Blu-ray Brothers channel in the future sometime. Because we do themed week on the Blu-rays Brothers channel. I might do it for like 80s week or something. Who knows? If we do an 80s week eventually. But yeah, it's such an awesome film. So, The Legend of Billie Jean arrives stores online on July 21st by Mill Creek. Last Action Hero, Donnie Brasco, Anaconda, Flatliners, and Gridiron Gang. These are all going to be released on July 21st by Mill Creek, and they got a lot of other great stuff coming out soon too. But I think this is next week, so definitely get these, at least these two. And if you get one, get The Legend of Billie Jean, because it was just an amazing film. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my live stream again, as always. Check out geeky.com, and thank you for watching. I'm going to go take some medicine and chill out now. And maybe the rain will start back up, so I'll be able to take a good nap. So, thank you for watching. See you next time. And remember, there's 3 ways of doing things: the right way, the wrong way, and the chat away. See ya.